Friday night, 7 p.m., the Rockets face the Nets in Brooklyn. And then in the nightcap, we have LeBron and the Lakers against Luka and the Mavs. What a night on ESPN. That's at 9:30, the second one. I can't wait for that. And I also can't wait for this. Saturday night, I'm staying out past my bedtime to watch Masvidal against Diaz on the pay-per-view on ESPN+. Me and Jalen will be in the building. I'm so excited because the tickets are on my name. That means if you don't show up, I'm going anyway. Jalen, so much happened in the NBA and the World Series last night, but we really have to focus on one of the most impactful things that happened, and that is the injury of the hand of Steph Curry. It happened here when Aaron Baines, you'll see his butt lands right on Steph's hand, and Steph has a broken hand. You also had a broken hand. What do you think this means in terms of the Warriors and Steph and his recuperation?
Well, there are a couple of different things. Is he going to need surgery? And will that surgery require him to need some pins and screws put in his hand? Because as a member of the Raptors, after coming back from having a broken hand, I probably came back maybe 2 weeks too early.
Ooh.
And I missed almost 2 months. So I played with my version of a Michael Jackson glove on with a cast on top of it, which clearly became a target for the defense to swat at my hand as they were going after the ball. And it hurt very much. And so for Steph, this season is now lost with the Golden State Warriors. I know he probably had aspirations of playing at MVP level, of showing everybody he can lift this team to the playoffs, along with Draymond Green, adding D'Angelo Russell. That's not going to happen. So now you don't have to rush him back. And so for Steph, I think the recovery process is going to be a lot longer because they're going to play it safe, and rightfully so.
I think that's a really good point. And one thing I do still want to mention quickly is the implications aren't just for the Warriors. Leaves a spot open that I think the Dallas Mavericks will slide into in the Western Conference. We'll monitor that as the season continues. And one thing that we have been monitoring is the behavior of Kyrie Irving. Jackie McMullen had a piece a couple days ago just talking about the front office being a little uncertain about some of his mood swings. And then we heard from the head coach and his teammates, but we hadn't heard from Kyrie until last night. Here's Kyrie responding to the reports.
Who cares what ESPN says or anyone says? Like, I love myself, I love my family, I love my friends, I love playing basketball. I'm grateful to do it every day. That's going to come with being one of the top players. I'm not here to dispel anything. You can continue to ask other people around me about what they think about me and continue to write about mood swings. Like, you know, human beings have mood swings. Like, you go home and you're not happy with things, or you're mad at something and you're happy. That's a mood swing.
Jalen, what do you think?
I love his answer, and it kind of mirrored what I said on this show. All of what this dynamic boils down to is your role and space on the team. As the 15th man, when a report like this comes out, your teammate's going to be behind you, ride or die. When it's your best player, they're going to double down on that support. And so for Kyrie, I saw a level of responsibility and maturity that it's one thing to perform out on the floor, but what people underestimate is as an athlete, you also are required to be on pretty much all of the time. Whether you're at a restaurant, whether you're at an airport, whether you're in front of the media. And so there are going to be times that you don't feel like your best version of yourself. And that's really what he articulated.
Jalen, how come every time I'm with you, you are always so sweet and always so nice to everyone that recognizes you? I've never seen you not be your best self when someone in public recognizes you.
I'm not Kyrie. And here's the other thing. All that is your personality. Just look back for public consumption ever since you saw me playing in high school, playing in college. I was always brash. I was always outspoken. That's my personality. That's not necessarily his or KD's for that matter.
You know what's going to help all this story? They get some wins. They're sitting at 1-3 right now. And one thing I learned from my friend Jalen Rose is winning is the best deodorant. If something stinks, get some W's up there. And guess what? The mood swings don't matter anymore. None of it matters anymore once you get some wins. Once the Nets start winning, we'll see. Jalen, it's Halloween, and neither you nor I dressed up because we're washed up. But a lot of athletes in sports did. So we're going to take a quick rundown on some of our favorite costumes from Halloween. Reggie, you got the spooky music for us? There it is. Let's take a look. And we start, as we always will, with LeBron James as Edward Scissorhands. Jalen?
I love LeBron James' costume. And the great American philosopher, and I hear people copying that, David Jacoby once taught me that if I have to show a picture of my Halloween outfit, then it's a whack outfit.
Yeah, you can tell who
look at LeBron, you can tell what he's trying to do. I like it a lot.
I'm glad you set that up like this, because I don't think you've ever seen the movie that Isaiah Thomas's character is from. Do you know what Isaiah Thomas is dressed as? Let's show it. What is that, Jay?
Loop-a-loop.
Oh, Loop-a-loop. He was close. He was close.
At first, I thought he was trying to embody something on the West Coast with the perm and the hand gestures, but I like it a lot. It's flavorful.
It is, and I also like it when someone has self-awareness to make fun of themselves. Obviously, Isaiah Thomas is not the tallest person in the world. The Oompa Loompas were also not that tall either. And this is like a little bit of a costume battle, because the backcourt of the Washington Wizards, who just scored 158 points in a loss, both dressed as different versions of the Joker. Who do you think did it better, Beal or Wall?
I'm gonna go with Beal, cause the green hair, the color of the green hair, I think it was a little more exact. So I give it to him by an edge.
Well, someone who was mixed up with Joel Embiid last night had previously dressed as the same person, the Joker. Jalen, the walk really does it for me. The cane and the walk, like you gotta get in motion.
Yes.
That does it for me. That absolutely does it for me.
Yes.
I think that this is the best Joker that I've seen of the three Jokers in the NBA. And Jalen, we have this one too. This one I think is my favorite of all of the costumes. This is Jimmy Graham of the Packers and a trainer from the Packers dressed up as Jose Altuve and Aaron Judge. That's hilarious to me.
That's a really good one.
I just love that they went to like a local high school baseball field to do it too. Like the whole thing is just absolutely perfect. And this is something I really wanted to show you because it involves both Halloween and it sheds light that you and Lamar Jackson have something in common. Let's listen to the Ravens quarterback.
What was your Halloween costume for Brad's party?
Harry Potter. I was Harry. I thought I was pretty cool. Had the little coat on. I felt I was back at the Wizards place. It was pretty dope. Yeah.
Are you a Harry Potter fan?
Yeah. I wouldn't say I am. I watched a few movies, but it's pretty long, and I get sleepy. So I be watching it for like a good hour, then I just yeah. Harry Potter started watching me. So.
Jalen Rose, I've been to many movies with you, and I've never seen you stay awake through an entire movie. Now you and Lamar Jackson share that in common. What do you think about you and Lamar sleeping in every movie you've ever seen?
You know how much I love lobster and popcorn. So paint the scene. You're indoors. The air conditioning is on. They do a really good job of having these big luxury chairs that fall back. And now they have the nerve to serve adult beverages in the movie? Oh, man. That's a nap waiting to happen.
I've seen Jalen fall asleep during the trailers. Like the movie didn't even start yet, and Jalen is asleep. When we come back, we will be joined by none other than the Jaguars quarterback, Gardner Minshew. You'll see what I mean after this.
Got to give the people